Okay, in the previous class, what I had discussed, I had given the technique how you can apply to solve the linear system of equations. The techniques are Gauss elimination method, and there are two types of Gauss elimination method. With one is with pivoting, and other one is without pivoting. Okay, so and I had discussed only some only LU decompositions method, but I did not apply this LU decompositions method to solve the some examples. And there are two special cases for this LU decompositions method. One is Crowd's method, and the other one is Dolittle method. And I had given the algorithms for Crowd's method, but Dollittle's method today I will discuss. Then after discussing, then I will discuss some examples. Then how we can apply these techniques to find the solutions of a linear system of equations. We know that in the Crowd's method, the diagonal elements of the upper triangular matrix are 1, while Dolittle's method, you can see here the diagonal elements of the lower triangular matrix are 1. It's not same. In the Crowd's method, UIA equals to 1, and in Dolittle's method, LIA equals to 1. LIA means the diagonal elements of the lower triangular matrix. You can see here how this method works. I had taken a matrix of size 4, and then I had decomposed this matrix A, that is your coefficient matrix of the system AX equals to B, and A I had written the product of the lower triangular matrix L and upper triangular matrix U. You see, this is the standard form of the upper triangular systems. And now for the lower triangular matrix, you can see I had considered all the diagonal elements are 1 because it's a Dolittle's method. Now, how you can find these elements, this Lij and Uij? What you have to do? So I already discussed this thing in the previous class. So you can go for the matrix multiplications that you know how to multiply the two matrices. Then you multiply X L with matrix U. Let's say you get the resulting matrix, so which is here. So after obtaining the resulting matrix, then you compare the corresponding elements on both sides of this matrix. This is the matrix A, and you compare these elements with the elements of the matrix, the resulting matrix which you obtained after multiplying the matrix L and U. Okay, so then you can compare, and you can find out the values for Lij and Uij. Okay, then that is the standard technique. If you want to use the formulas, then you can directly use this formula Uij and Lij. So this is the formula for Dolittle's method. I had already provided the formula for Crouch method in the previous class, you can see, but that formula is different than this formulas. Okay, it's not same formula that you can use to find the Uij and Lij. Okay, in this case, Lia equals to 1. Okay, you can also use this formula to find directly the elements Lij and Uij. Okay, in the matrix L and U. Okay, so now once you obtain this matrix L and U, then you can proceed the algorithms. What you had known, I mean, you know that there are algorithms. The first step is you write A is LU, that means LUX equals to B. So originally you had the system AX equals to B. Then you had decomposed this matrix A into the product of lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix. Then this system takes these forms, and then you find L and U matrix. Then UX you take is equals to Z. Then in the third steps, so when you would consider Ux equals to Z, then this equations takes these forms Lz equals to B. Now this system cannot be solved because X is unknown and Z is unknown. Now if you take Lz is equals to B, that means a lower triangular matrix is known and B is known. You can solve for Z. Z is intermediate solutions. Once you obtain the value for Z, then you substitute over here. then you can find the required solutions x. So required solutions is your x, that is your final solution. Z is your intermediate solutions. Okay, and you remember LU decompositions method can be applied to find the inverse of the matrix, inverse of the matrix A. So if you have A, that is the product of L and U, then if you take the inverse of the matrix A, then LU inverse will be U inverse and L inverse. So for that you need to find U and L, and then it is easier to find the inverse of a triangular matrix. Once you obtain, then you can multiply U inverse and L inverse to get the inverse of the original matrix A. Okay, you remember. And LU decompositions method, when it fails, so this method, it's I had written, this method fails if any of the diagonal elements LII or UII is 0. Okay, so if you find that the values of any of the diagonal elements, that is LII or UII is 0, then means you can't apply the LU decompositions method to find the solutions of the linear system of equations. I can give it where you can apply where you cannot apply LU decompositions method, and in that case either LII or UII equals to 0. I will give you one example, so then you will come to me. Okay, so now you come to one example. This problem came in the examination that I am going to discuss. So solve the system of equations. Solve the system of equations Ax equals to B, where A is equals to A matrix is defined by here, and B is defined by here, and X is unknowns. So X, maybe it is X1, X2, X3, X4, you can choose, or you can also choose X, Y, Z, W. It is not a problem. Okay, so just you take the unknowns notations. Okay, so using LU decompositions method, and take all the diagonal elements of L as 1. That means LII is equals to 1. Y equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's a 4 cross 4 matrix. Okay, so this is the first step, and to obtain the solutions of this system. Then in the second step, you find what is the inverse of this matrix A. Okay, so two questions that occur for these examples. Okay, so first problem is to solve this linear system of equations. Okay, so according to this technique, we need to write A is equals to the product of L and U. Okay, so A is equals to this, and L is this, and U is this. You can see I had chosen all the diagonal elements are 1. Okay, and U is the normal form, you can see, since it is a 4 cross 4 matrix, so you have to write that I had written U11, U12, U13, U14, then 0, U22, U23, U24, U33, U34, then U44. Okay, now, so what you have to do here, so you multiply these two matrices, L and U.
Unlike that.
Okay, so you multiply these two matrices L and U. So after multiplying these two matrices, you get the matrix like here. You know how to multiply the two matrices that you have studied from 12. How to multiply two matrices. So after multiplying these two matrices, I got the resulting matrix which is here. Okay. So now question is how to compare. Either you have to go row wise or column wise. So that is the sequential order you have to choose. Okay. So what you have to do, first you compare the first two elements, the corresponding elements you have to choose. So what is the corresponding element in the left hand side matrix? So U11 is equals to 2. Okay, this is because it's the first position, 1 1 position. So yeah, 1 1 position in left hand side matrix is here. Okay, so you got U11 2. Next U12. U12, the corresponding elements would be 1. Okay, so U12 is 1. Then U13 corresponding element is 1. Okay, that you got. Then U14 is equals to this minus 2 that you obtain. So first row is over. So you remember how to compare the elements. So first row, then you have to go for first column, then second row, then second column, then third row, third column, third row, third column. Then you have to go for finally fourth row. Okay, like these elements you need to compare. Okay, so now you see the first row gone. Now I am coming to first column. This one. So already you compare these. You have to compare this element. Now, what is the corresponding elements of these elements? So corresponding elements of this element is 4 in the left hand side matrix. This means I had written here L21 is equals to 2. So L21 is equals to 2 you get here. Why you get here L21 is equals to 2? Because L21 U11 is equals to 4. Okay. And you already know what is the value for U11. U11 you have computed here, that is 2. And from this you can find the L2 because you can see U11 you already know, that is 2. Now you got here L21 and U11 is equals to 4. Since you know U11 equals to 2, then you substitute here L21 into 2 is equals to 4. This implies L21 is equals to 2. Okay. Similarly, L31 is how do you get? So you had here L31 U11 is equals to the corresponding element on the left hand side is equals to 3, and U11 value you already obtained, so that is equals to 2, and this implies L31 is equals to 3 upon 2. So that's why L31 is here 3 upon 2. Okay. Similarly, you can go for the last element of the first column. So to get L41, like how I had done, so you can do this. Okay, so first row, first column over. So first row, first column over. Now, then you have to go for second row. In the second row, this element you already compare. Only you have to compare this element and this element. So what are the corresponding elements? Corresponding elements in the left hand side, are this 0, 2 and 1. Okay. So first you compare these elements with this 0. So that's why I had written here this L21 U12 plus U22 is equals to 0. Then from this, then you can find U22. Okay. Because L21 and U12 already you obtained. You can see L21 and U12. This you already obtained. These are the known values. And unknowns are U22. Then you can get minus 2 here. Okay. Similarly, you can go for this element. So this element is this here, and this is equals to here corresponding elements into 2. Okay, so this is 2. Then you solve this for U23. So U23 is equals to 0. And finally, you need to compare these elements and the corresponding elements of the left hand side matrix is this 1. Okay, so then here I had written, then you have to find the unknowns value. Unknowns is U24. So U24 is equals to 5. Okay, so next you can go for second column. First row, first column, second row, second column. So second column you can see here. So second column you can see when you come to this is a second row over. So now you come to second column. Second column you already compare first two elements of the second column. So remaining two elements, these and these, you have to compare with the corresponding elements. So corresponding elements of this element is this, and for this is equals to this. So that I had written. You can see here. So you need to compare only two elements. You say only you will have one unknown, that is your L32. So L32, so we will have a minus 1 by 4, and from this we will have L42. So L42, this value is not known, other three values are known. So then you will get minus 5 by 4, 5 by 4. Okay, so now first row, first column, second row, second column gone. Then now you come to third row. So now you can see in the third row, so this is your third row, which one? This is your third row. In the third row, first two elements you already compare, and you have only this and these elements. Okay, so these elements you need to compare. So that's why I had written here two elements on this and this, and the corresponding elements on the left hand side is equals to 2 for this element, and for this element it is equals to 0. Now you see, you will have the unknowns u33, other elements are known, other elements are known, and u34 you will get 7 upon 4, u33 is 1 by 2. Okay, so third row gone. Now you come to third column. So third row, third column. Third row is over. Now you come to third column. So third column, you can see the third column, I mean these elements, this is your third column. Huh? Okay, so these elements are involved with the this fourth column. Huh? So third column, you can see already you had compared this, and this. So you had only these elements you need to compare. So this element you need to compare with this. This is 2. Huh? So that is the last element of the third column. So you can see in the third column only one element is compared. So this element is equals to 2. And from this you can see what will be the unknowns. Unknowns will be L43. So L43 is equals to 2. Okay, so now third row, third column gone. Now you will have only fourth row. You don't need to compare fourth column. So only if you compare the fourth row elements, then you had a done comparing with the all elements. Okay, in the fourth row, you can see in the fourth row, this is your fourth row element. This and this fourth row means you have the four elements. This is first, second, and the third, and this is fourth. So in the third column, this is first, second, third, and this is the fourth element. Okay, because I did not have the space, so that's why I had written in the next line. This is the in the row number 4. This is a 4 cross 4 elements. Sorry, if you write the A, so this means it is a 4 cross 4. Okay. So this element is A 4 3. Yeah? That means row number 4, column number 3. Okay. So now you only need to compare these elements. So this element that is in the fourth row. So these elements should be compared with the corresponding elements on the left hand side, that is a -1. So that I had done in the next page. You can see fourth row. So you need to compare this with -1. So you will have only one unknown, that is u44. U44 is equals to -13 upon 2. Okay, so now you have to compare all this means the elements to get the elements Lij and Uij. Now you can write the element the matrix L. In the matrix L, it is known already the diagonal elements are 1, but other elements by comparing you get. So these are the elements, and then you had written here. So this is your lower triangular matrix, and upper triangular matrix is this. But in this case, you had obtained all these values, all the 10 values you obtain here after comparing, so that you had written here. So now you can proceed to apply the steps what you will learn, how to find the solutions once you obtain the matrix L and U. In the first step, what you have to do, so you have to solve Lz is equals to B. Okay. So L is your lower triangular matrix, Z is your intermediate value, intermediate solutions, and B is the right hand side vector. B is given. So now you see this is your L, and Z vector, you had taken the elements for these vectors are Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4. Okay. So then this is your right hand side vector already given in the problem, the right hand side vector. So now you can solve. So since it is a lower triangular system, so you can apply forward substitution method to get the solutions. So you can start from the first row. So these elements are 0. Then it's you multiply this first row with the first row with this vector. So you will have z1. So z1 will be minus 10. Okay. So now you multiply this with this. So you will have 2 z1 plus z2 is equals to 8. So z1 value you already obtained. So you can find z2 value. Similarly, you can proceed for the third row to find the z3, and finally you can go for the last row, that is your fourth row. You multiply with this vector, then you will have in the right hand side, that is 5. Then z2, z3, z4 is known, z1, z2, z3 is known, are known. So you can find z4. So z4 is minus 52. Now you can substitute this. No, it is not required solutions. Okay, you can't substitute to make the validations of your means the results. Now once you obtain the values for x, then you can substitute. In the next page, we have here the first you need to solve for Lz is equals to b. So j, if once z is known, then you can proceed to solve this system. Ux is equals to your z. Okay, u is known, z is known, then you can find the x. So u is known, and this is your x, x1, x2, x3, x4, and the z is we computed in the previous steps. Now, since this is a upper triangular system, you can use backward substitution method to find the values for x4, x3, x2, and x1. Okay. So how you will do that is you multiply this with this, then you will get x4, and that is equals to minus 52. Then you can solve for x4. Once you get the x4, then you can proceed to these equations to get the x3. Then you can go for this to get the x2. Then finally you can go for the first equation. That means you have to go from bottom to top. So directions will be like this, bottom to top. So for the forward substitution method, what you have done, so you solve from top to bottom. Okay, so top to bottom. That is only different. Top to bottom. Okay, so now you obtain the solutions. So you can substitute these values in one of the equations. Then one of the equations means which equations? The original equation. Original equations is this. So you can write in the equation form x1, x2, x3, x4. So you write in the, suppose for example, it will be 2x1 plus x2, first equation I am writing, and x3 and minus 2x4 is equals to minus 10. Okay. So then you substitute x1 value and x2 value, x3 value, x4 that you had obtained after solving. So here x4, x3 and x2 and x1. So you substitute in these equations, and after substituting, then you simplify this to get the minus 10. Okay, so you will get minus 10. If it is, you will not get minus 10, that means your calculation is wrong. Okay, so that's why you should check whether you get this results or not. Okay, so first part of this problem is completed. Now you can come to the second part. Second part is you have to find out the inverse of the matrix A. Okay, A inverse you have to find. To find the A inverse, then you have to find the U inverse and L inverse. Okay, because A is your LU. A is LU. Then if you take A inverse, then it will be U inverse into L inverse. So L matrix you had obtained, and then you can find the inverse of the matrix. So you will get this, and you find the inverse of the matrix U, and this is the inverse of a U. So then A inverse is equals to your U inverse and L inverse. So you multiply this matrix with this matrix to get this matrix, and this is the inverse of the original matrix A. Okay. So you had known here, I mean, you had learned one technique, that is the numerical technique. Of course, these are the direct methods to find the inverse of the coefficient matrix of the linear system Ax equals to B. Okay. So here I can give this example where your LU decomposition method fails. You can see here so that the LU decomposition method fails to solve this system of equations. As I told you in the notes, when LU decomposition method fails, if you find that one of the elements Lii or Uii is equals to 0, then LU method fails to find the solutions of the system. Okay, so we will check whether means Lii or Uii equals to 0, one of the elements Lii or Ui. It is not required to show that all the elements Lii and Ui equals to 0. If one of the elements, okay, then it is 0, then this method cannot be applied. So you had this system, Ax equals to B, you had the original systems, and now you have to write your A is equals to L into U. So you can see we had written L into U, but we had chosen here the the diagonal elements of Lii is equals to 1. Okay. Then this is your L and this is your U. So next you compare. Okay. Next you compare after multiplying these two matrices, you compare the resulting matrices of left hand side and uh, because here what I had done, I did not write, I mean, what is the resulting matrix. So you can find, I mean, directly. I mean, you see what I had done here. So if you multiply this first row with the first column, what you will get? So you will get here, I had written directly results. I did not write the matrix. So U11 is equals to 1. Okay. So you get here U11 equals to 1. Next, so first row is first row gone. Then you have to go for the your first row and first column. Sorry, first row, first column gone. First row, then second column. Then you will get here U12. You see U12 corresponding element is 1. Okay, that's why it is 1. So next, first row, third column. Okay. So then you will get U13. So U13 is equals to -1. Then you have to multiply also second row with the first column. Second row, and when you multiply second row with the first column, when you compare with the corresponding elements 2, then you get here L21 is equals to 2. Okay. So next you compare the L21 U12, that means you multiply this row with the second column, okay, of this matrix. So you will get this elements. So then you have to compare the corresponding element. Corresponding elements is this 2. Okay, then you get 2 here. Now after solving, you get here U22 is equals to 0. As I told you that if you get the diagonal elements of one of these matrices, that means L and U, then you can't apply LU decomposition method to find the solutions. Okay, this method cannot provide the solutions. Okay, so that's why I had written here. Therefore, LU decomposition method fails as the pivot because the diagonal element U22 is equals to 0. Okay, so now that I had demonstrated by using the LII elements equals to 1. Suppose if I consider the diagonal elements of the upper triangular systems are equals to 1, whether I will get one of the elements LII is equals to 0. So that I had demonstrated here. So what you can do? So you can multiply first row with the first column that you had done. So after multiplying you get 1, then first row first column, so you get 2 L21. Then first row with the third column you get L31, so that is 3. Next you can proceed to second row with the first column. So you get there U12 is equals to 1. Then second row, second column. So when you compare with the corresponding elements -1, because that is no, this is gone. Okay, this is gone. Okay, so now here I had done L11, then L21, then L31. So that I got. Then after that, the corresponding elements L11 with U12. So which one? That means you will multiply this with the uh, Okay, since you are multiplying here, okay, then it is not a problem. So problem is that you see L111, L212, and L311. But first you have to go in the sequential order. How do you multiply the matrices? Like how you had done this. But maybe this is the LU1 and the U12. It's the corresponding elements is 1 and the U12. So which one? If you go where L11 is 1, this you multiplied with this, then this if you multiplied with this, so what you will get? L11, U12, and this is equals to corresponding elements is 1, then U1, I mean, yes, then, okay, U12 is equals to 1. Okay, I surprised here because they did not go in the did not write in the sequential order how I had gone. So like here, and so if you go with that approach, then in the end you will get the solutions L11 equals to 1, L212, L313, and U12 is equals to 1, and U13 is equals to minus 1, and L22 is equals to 0. Okay, you can see here which one L21, U12, L22 is equals to 2. Okay, so which one? This element. Okay, so that is the corresponding elements you get, and so when you find the solutions for L22 and you get that value is equals to 0. So you see one of the diagonal elements for the lower triangular matrix you get it is 0. So that means you can say that LU decomposition method cannot be applied to find the solutions of this system because the pivot elements are 0. Okay. So you can show like that if you get the questions so that or demonstrate or examine whether LU decomposition method can be applied to solve this system of equations. Then what you need to do? So you have to go for the in this way. So you write, you take one all the elements of Li equals to 1 in one case. In other case also you can take the diagonal elements of upper triangular matrix are 1. So then you solve this, and if you find that the pivot elements Lii or Uii is equals to 0, then you say that this method cannot be applied to find the solution. When you take Uii is equals to 1, that means one of the elements Lii should be equals to 0. When you consider Lii is equals to 1, definitely one of the elements Uiy must be equals to 0. So you can see here, when you take Lii is equals to 1, then you find here U22 equals to 0. So when you take here Uia equals to 1, then you observe here L22 equals to 0. Okay. So now you come to one more example where I am applying Crowd's method. Use Crowd's method to solve the above systems. So these systems you can solve by using Crowd's method. So what you need to do here, first you write your matrix A in terms of the product of the lower triangular matrix and upper triangular matrix. And in the upper triangular matrix, you should replace your diagonal elements by 1 because upper triangular system you will have U11, U22, U33. Since it is a 3 cross 3 system, so you should replace by 1, and it's 1 and it's 1. Okay. So now that I had done here, you can see here this is your U and this is your L. Okay, now you multiply this L matrix with the matrix U to get the resulting matrix which is here. Okay, now you compare the corresponding elements. So how you will go? So you can go for first column, then first row, because it is here you consider here Crowd's method. So in the uh, Dolittle's method, so how did you proceed in the sequential manner? First row, then first column. Okay, this is step 1, then step 2, then this, then step 3, second row, then second column. Now you see, you remember the, otherwise you can't find the means the values for all the elements. So you have to remember in which sequential order you have to follow. And now when you go for the Crowd's method, that means the diagonal elements of the upper triangular matrix are 1. So in that case, instead of going first row, then what you have to go? So you have to go with first column first, then first column, then first row, then second column, second row. You remember the sequential order, okay? So now first column. So what I had done here, this is your first column. This is your first column element. So L11 because it says you had the single element. If no other elements is multiplied. Okay. Now you see what happens. Suppose if you go with this, so you can't find the solution. Okay. So that's why you need to go for first column. It is easier to evaluate. First column. So first column means so all are the single elements. You see L11, L12, L21, and L31. So the corresponding elements on the left hand side are this left hand side matrix are this first column, and then you after comparing you get L11 L21 4 L31 3. Okay, so first column gone, then first row means this row. So this element already compare, and you had these two remaining elements. So this means you compare these elements with the corresponding elements 1, and this elements you compare with 1. So after doing this that you had done here, you got here 1 and 1. Okay. U1 to 1, U1 3, 1. So first column, first row gone. Next, second column. In the second column, what elements you already compare? So this element already compare with the corresponding elements these. Now you compare these two remaining elements with the corresponding elements these and these. Okay, so you see this elements is compared with 3 that I had written here. You can see 3, and from this we can have L22 is equals to minus 5. Okay. Next, the last element of this second column is here this L31 and U12 plus L2 L32, and what is the corresponding element is that is 5. So this is equals to 5. So then you get here L32 is equals to 2. Okay. So second column, then second row. In the second, this is your second row. These elements you already compare, and you need to compare only these elements. Okay. So these elements will be compared with the corresponding elements on the left hand side matrix is 1. So that's why you had here. This is not 1, that is your minus 2. That is your, yes, it is your minus 1. Okay. So this is your minus 1. So that's why you had a minus 1 here. So from these expressions, we can have U23 is equals to 5. Okay, now second row gone. So then finally you come to third column. So third column, you already compare this, and the only remaining element is this. Okay, so this element you should compare with the corresponding elements of the left hand side matrix, which is 3. So that's why you had a 3 here. Now if you solve this equations for L33, so you get minus 10. Okay. So now you obtain here matrix L and matrix U elements. So now you can write the matrix L, so which is this, and the U matrix is this. Okay. Okay. So what is the uh, steps that you need to be used to find the solutions? Since A you had written it is L into U, so then your original systems AXB is reduced to this systems LUX is equals to B, then UX we had considered Z, then LZ is equals to B. So first you solve LZ is equals to B. That I had solved here. L and Z. Z, since it is the system of a size 3, so you will consider the vector of size 3, Z1, Z2 and Z3. So then you should compare with the right hand side vector B, and you can see this is your right hand side vector 164. So 164 you had. So now you can go for the that is your forward substitution method. That means you come from top to bottom to find the variables z1, z2, and z3. So by forward substitution method, z1 is equals to 1, z2 equals to minus 2, and z3 equals to minus half. Okay. So once you obtain the z value, then you finally go for ux equals to z. So that's why I had written here, solve ux equals to z for the unknowns, that is required solutions x. Okay, so then you can apply here, since it is a upper triangular system, so you need to apply back substitution method to find the values for x1, x2, and x3. Okay, so for the back substitution method, you have to go for bottom to top. So x3 and x2, then x1. So x1 is 1, x2 is 1 by 2, and x3 is minus 1 by 2. So if you substitute in one of these equations, then it will satisfy. Okay. So now you see, so I had discussed so far Gauss elimination method, LU decomposition method. LU decomposition method, you had two methods, that is Dolly-Crowds method, one Crowds method, and the other one is Dolly-Tilts method. Okay. Dolly-Tilts method. I already provided it the second assignments. Then you can find the some examples related to the questions which I discussed today. And in the previous class also I had discussed Gauss elimination method. You can also find. Okay. So this is about LU decomposition method. Next we can go for another technique. So now you have to come for Cholesky method. So I will discuss only Cholesky method basic principles. Then today I will not solve any examples related to your Cholesky method. We can have the discussions in the next class, but you should know how it works. So how this Cholesky method works for solving the system of equations. Okay, so you have the linear system of equations in this forms, x equals to b. A is a, you remember. So you can apply Gauss elimination method and the LU decomposition method for any matrix. Any matrix you can apply for any square matrix, not for the rectangular matrix. Okay, but Cholesky method only applied to the symmetric system. That means the coefficient matrix of this linear system should be symmetric matrix. Here A should be a symmetric matrix. So Cholesky method cannot be applied to non-symmetric matrix. Okay, that you should remember. And why you are studying? Suppose if you find the any system that is symmetric system, so instead of applying Gauss elimination method, LU decomposition method, so you directly apply this Cholesky method to solve the system of equations. Okay, so it will be computationally efficient. Why it is computationally efficient? Because you don't require more number of steps. You require less number of steps to find the solutions as compared to the other two techniques. So that's why if you get the symmetric matrix and you apply Cholesky method rather than applying the earlier two methods. Okay, so how you can know the matrix is symmetric or not? So if you have A equals to A transpose, then you can say that the matrix is symmetric matrix. Okay. So in this method, what you have to do? So first you have to write A is the product of lower triangular matrix and its transpose. Okay. In the LU decomposition method, you had written A is equals to product of L and U. But the Cholesky method, you see, this is the product of L and its transpose. E represents its transpose. Okay, so now this thing I had written here. So after decomposing the original matrix A, that is the coefficient matrix of this linear systems, in terms of the product of L and its transpose, then your original systems takes this forms: X equals to B, This is L into L transpose X equals to B. Now you choose here L transpose X. L transpose X is equals to Z. Like what you had done for the LU decommissions method. You see, X and Z are unknowns, so better you choose LZ equals to B. How LZ equals to B you get? So if you substitute L transpose X is equals to Z in these expressions, then it will be converted in this forms. LZ is equals to B. So now L is known and B is known, then you can solve for Z. Once you find the value for Z, then you can solve for this distance for required solutions X. Okay. So now same thing I had written here, how L transpose equals to X equals to B, then L transpose X equals to Z, then LZ equals to B. And so this is the steps. So after obtaining the matrix L, so you need to find only the matrix L, not like in the previous case you had obtained the matrices L and U. Once you obtain the values for L, then you can find its transpose. It's not a problem. That's why number of operations that you used in the Cholesky method are less than the, it's lower than the number of steps that you used in the LU decommissions method and the Gauss elimination method. Okay, so that's why you should apply this technique while solving the symmetric systems. Okay. But we will mention, I mean, in the examination. But when you go for solving some real life problems, so if you find that that system is a symmetric system, so you can apply Cholesky method to reduce the number of steps that you need while solving the solving the linear system of equation by particular method. Okay. So now you see the question is how you can find the lower triangular matrix L. So since you had written A equals to L into L transpose, what you need to do? So A is this. I am demonstrating this how to find the elements of the matrix L. So I consider here a 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so L matrix will be like this, and L transpose will be like this. This is L matrix, and L transpose is this. And how to find the elements of the matrices L? What I am doing here, so I am multiplying this with this matrices, like how you had done for the LU decompositions method. So multiplying the matrices L and L transpose that I had written here, L and L transpose, and then comparing the corresponding elements of the resulting matrix with the matrix A. A means this is the left hand side matrix to obtain the elements Li to matrix Lii. Okay. Once you find the elements of the matrix L, and then you take the transpose of this L matrix that you need to use here. So you need to solve Lz equals to B and L transpose X equals to Z. Okay. So it is enough to find the only elements of the matrix L. Okay. So that you remember. And here I give the direct formula. You can apply direct formula to find the elements of the matrix L. To find the elements Lij of the matrix, this should be L, not A. Okay. So you see, this is your Lii. Lii is your the diagonal element of the matrix L. Roll number 31, Himanshu Sharma. Your mic is on. Himanshu Sharma, roll number 41. Okay, so Lii is diagonal elements of the matrix L can be obtained by using this formula. You see, AIA is the means the Himanshu Sharma. Okay, so you should do. Hello. It's very strange. I mean, you people are listening or what you are doing that we don't know. Suppose if you are studying in the school in the online system, so all are present in the through video. They are checking into the each and every time what the students are doing. But we don't know. I mean, it is 130 students, and suppose I ask to keep your video on. then I cannot speak. Still, I don't know. Just I maybe some student what they are doing just after logging into the to have the attendance, just logging into the system. That up. Hello, Himanshu Sharma. Okay, so this is the formula to find the matrix uh, elements Lij of the matrix L. Okay, the elements Lij of the matrix L. So this is the formula that can be used to find the diagonal elements, and this is the formula that can be used to find the off diagonal elements, because you see in the L matrix you have the diagonal elements for these are the diagonal elements for L, and these are off diagonal elements. So these elements you can obtain by using this formula. Okay. Okay, and Lij is equals to 0 when I is less than 0. That means your this elements, that is true, and these elements are 0. Okay. Okay, now you see number of operations are less here. Okay, so that's why you need to apply this when you have the symmetric systems. Okay, so then we will discuss examples. This we will discuss in the next class. But if you have any questions regarding today's LU decompositions method and this Cholesky method, I did not apply to any test problems. So we can have the discussion in the next class, then you can ask the question. But if you want to have the discussions regarding this basic principle, then you can ask. So I will prepare the quiz examinations. Okay. So I will let you know. I mean, the date. We have the sufficient time. I think your mid sem will be conducted in the first week of March. I mean, we have the sufficient time. Then I will take one quiz examinations through Google Form. Okay, I will let you know the time and the syllabus for the exam, because you see it is common to three branches: electrical, electronics, and also chemical. Okay, so then there is another teacher. So we both will decide when we will take the quiz test. It is common to all three branches: electronics, electrical, and chemical. So I think total around 300 students you will be giving the quiz test. Okay, so do you have any question?